Adi, I've always heard about Cleopatra's entrance to meet Caesar, but did she really sneak into his palace rolled up in a rug? That sounds like something out of a movie.
Oh, it's even better than the movies, Anu. Picture this: Alexandria, 48 BCE. Caesar's just arrived, and he's greeted with Pompey's severed head, a brutal welcome. But then Cleopatra pulls off one of history's boldest stunts. She has herself wrapped up, full length, inside a sleeping bag, well, technically a linen sack, and her ally Apollodorus carries her right into Caesar's private quarters.
Wait, so she just pops out of a sack in front of Caesar? That's wild. Wasn't she risking her life?
Absolutely. Cleopatra was in a power struggle with her brother, Ptolemy XIII. If she'd been caught, she could have been killed. But this daring move? It totally captivated Caesar. He was used to politics, not theatrics. Suddenly, he's face to face with the most charismatic woman in Egypt, and she's asking for his help.
That's gutsy. But what did she want from Caesar exactly?
Power. She wanted to rule Egypt, and she needed Roman support. Caesar, on the other hand, was after Egypt's wealth. Their alliance, both romantic and political, changed everything. They became lovers, and Caesar helped Cleopatra defeat her brother in a brutal civil war.
So, what happened to Ptolemy III?
He tried to fight back, but it ended badly. During the chaos, a massive fire broke out. Some say it destroyed part of the legendary Library of Alexandria. Ptolemy drowned in the Nile while fleeing, and Cleopatra took the throne, marrying her younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, as was the custom.
Hold on. Wasn't she also rumored to have Caesar's child?
Yup, she had a son, Caesarion, literally Little Caesar. Whether Caesar was actually the father is still debated, but Cleopatra claimed it, and it strengthened her position. After all this, she and Caesar spent a couple of weeks together in Alexandria, just relaxing and enjoying each other's company.
That sounds almost peaceful after all the drama.
It was a brief calm. Soon, Caesar had to leave to fight more battles, like the famous Vini, Vidi, Viti, victory in Turkey. But Cleopatra wasn't done. She followed Caesar to Rome, bringing Caesarion with her.
Wait, Cleopatra went to Rome? How did the Romans react to that?
Not well. Cleopatra was seen as a dangerous foreign queen. She stayed in one of Caesar's villas, and he even put up a golden statue of her in the Temple of Venus. But the Roman elite hated her. They called her the Egyptian woman and saw her as a threat to their traditions.
Was it just racism? Or were they afraid she'd become queen of Rome?
Both. The idea of Caesar becoming king and Cleopatra as queen terrified them. Rome was proud of being a republic, not a monarchy. Caesar's growing power made the senators nervous. He was named dictator for life. His face was on coins, and he was acting more and more like a king.
That sounds familiar. Like when leaders today try to hold on to power forever. People get nervous.
Exactly. The fear of one person having too much power is timeless. Back then, senators worried Caesar would destroy the republic. Today, we see similar debates about presidents, prime ministers, even CEOs who won't step down. The question is always, how much power is too much?
So, is that what led to Caesar's assassination?
Pretty much. On the Ides of March, March 1544 BCE, a group of senators stabbed Caesar to death. They thought they were saving the republic, but instead they triggered even more chaos, civil wars, power struggles, and eventually the rise of the Roman Empire.
Wow, so their plan totally backfired?
Big time. The assassins shouted, "Liberty!" in the streets, but most Romans just wanted stability. Mark Antony and a young Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, quickly took control. The dream of restoring the old republic was dead.
It's wild how often that happens. People try to fix things with violence or big gestures, but it just makes things messier.
For sure. And the story of Caesar and Cleopatra is a warning about what happens when personal ambition, foreign influence, and fear of change collide. It's not just ancient history. It's a pattern we see in politics all the time.
So, Cleopatra's dramatic entrance changed the course of history, but in the end, it all spiraled out of control. and the fear of one person having too much power, that's still with us.
Exactly. Whether it's a queen in a linen sack or a leader with too many titles, the struggle over power, legitimacy, and outsiders never really goes away. History doesn't repeat, but it definitely rhymes.
Makes you wonder who today's Cleopatra might be. Someone willing to risk everything for a shot at power.
And who's watching from the sidelines, worried about what comes next? That's why these stories still matter. They help us see the patterns and maybe, just maybe, avoid making the same mistakes.
I'll never look at a sleeping bag the same way again.
Or a power struggle. See you next time, Anu.
Can't wait. That's it for today's episode on Fun Learn Talks, where stories from business, technology, and history keep your curiosity alive. If you enjoyed the journey, make sure to follow, rate, or share it with a fellow curious mind. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment or connect with us online. I'm Anu, and I'll catch you next time, right here on Fun Learn Talks. Until then, keep learning, keep wondering.